Yo, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl, Sighren, on the Sighren Speaks Show, y'all. First of all, y'all know I'm moving, okay? So y'all please bear with me, okay? I just noticed how they patching up the wall. They patching up the wall, y'all. I'm just like, oh my God, this is too funny. So, anywho, y'all told y'all gonna start seeing some changes behind me all up and through, but thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about the need to step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your comfort zone, the need to do just that. Okay, and then we're going to probably get a general message at the end. We're going to do a little bit of numerology, y'all, okay, as well. So yes. The need to step outside of your comfort zone. Many of you who get consultations from me or counseling, the main topic is, Sighren, I feel stuck. Sighren, I feel like, I don't know what I want. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. We are actually going through a part in life where a lot of it, let me just put it to you this way. Y'all been praying, right? A lot of you have been praying. Y'all been asking the good Lord, okay, for some sort of level up, for some sort of ascension, for some next level, for some this, whatever you've been praying for, okay? Whatever it is you've been praying for, you've been asking for some things. You've been asking for some clarity. You've been asking for many things in your life that you want some answers to. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold up. Sorry. I had this twisted, I can tell, that you want some answers to. And a lot of you, your prayers are being answered and you don't even know that. You don't even know it. What? You don't even know it. Your prayers are being answered and you don't even know it. But what is going on? See, a lot of us, we want to understand the way the universe moves, okay? And the universe is going to say, okay, this is what you want. Let me get ready to prepare you for it. A lot of you who have been doing the spiritual work on yourself, who have been getting yourself in alignment with that what you desire and that what it is that you're manifesting, you're starting to reap the harvest. This is harvest season. Now, what I want to tell you guys is this. Success or manifestation, okay, is one of the most uncomfortable aspects of our life. Why? Because what it is that we're asking for, the universe is trying to bring it to you. That's why you're starting to feel uncomfortable. The universe is literally trying to bring you what it is that you've been asking for. But what's happening is, let's say you're asking for more money. You've been praying like, you know what, I need more money. I just, I'm not able to get the things that I want in life. And you've been praying. And what happens? You lose your job. Okay, you lose your job, and then all of a sudden you start losing your dang on mind with that. You're just like, oh my God, I don't believe I lost my job. What am I going to do? I've been praying for more money, and then I lose my job. What is it that the universe is asking you to do? Go out there and find another job. There could be another job, okay, that is going to pay you more money. But a lot of us, we tend to focus more on the panic. We tend to focus more on the pain, okay? We tend to focus more on what is being removed from our life. One thing I'm going to let you know, with every death, there's a rebirth, okay? With every death, there's a birth. You're focused too much on the death. You're focused too much on what is ending, what is leaving your life, what is no longer there. The universe is going to make way for something to come in, which means when life starts to get uncomfortable, when it starts to get to the point where you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to expect, you don't know what to do next, that is the time to take action. That is the time to move towards what it is that you do want. When you start seeing things leave out of your life, like an income starts to leave out of your life, or, a person leaves out of your life, or maybe, you have to leave this home that you've been living in and move somewhere else. We are so afraid of change. We love things to be the same to the point where we have created a prison, okay, for ourselves. We have created a beautiful prison and we're keeping ourselves in the same cycle. But mentally, we want more. But we're not taking the necessary steps. We're not taking the action. We're not putting ourselves in a point to where we need to do what it takes to get what it is that we want. So when we have this harvest season, you guys, this is the time for you to go after exactly what it is that you want. This is the time for you to do the things, okay, that is necessary for you to obtain that. Now, when I say we need to step out of our comfort zone, if you notice, listen, look at the last 2-3 years of your life. What have you done different? You keep getting the same results because you keep doing things the same way. Right? What have you done different? What have you incorporated to say, you know what? I want to become a millionaire, right? So I need to take classes on how to manage my finances. Okay. You want to start doing that now. You don't want to wait until you become a millionaire and then you're forced to get some sort of, accountant who may rob you of your money because you don't know better. Take them lessons now while you ain't got it like that. Once you learn how to manage money, you're going to feel like a millionaire, even though you don't have millions of dollars in your bank account, because you're going to know how to manage your money. You're going to know how to become the master of your finances, whether you're making $16,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $600,000 a year, or $6 million a year. It doesn't matter. Your goal should be to become the master of your finances, regardless of how much money it is you're making. That way you are always in a position of satisfaction because you know how to make it work. Okay. When we have, certain income brackets, or when we have certain bouts of income, you guys, we want to pay attention to what it is that we do. What is your relationship like with money? If money was a person, okay, if money was a person, what do you think money would say about you? Do you think money would say, hey, well, I feel like I've been treated well? Okay, I feel like every time I come in, they do exactly what they need to do with me. They put me away. They save me for a rainy day. They invest me to make me grow. What is it that money would say? What money say, every time I come around, they find somewhere else for me to go. They find something to do with me every time I come around. So this is why we have to make sure, first of all, if you want to become someone who sees more finances, you need to become the master of your finances, regardless of the numbers, okay, that your finances represent. You want to learn different skills. A lot of you need to stop asking for more money because that's not what you need. That's not what you need. You're going to distort your reality. If you take and give a crackhead $1 million, the crackhead going to go buy $1 million worth of crack. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff that they probably don't need and then sell it because they're going to end up running out of money, right? So it's kind of like, even though I'm not saying that we're crackheads, you guys, I'm saying that we probably don't have the money management skills, okay, that it takes to become a successful or a financially successful person. What I want to let you know is success, you guys, is probably the most uncomfortable spot, the most uncomfortable place you could be in life. Okay. Success is so uncomfortable because you're always on the edge. You're always in the energy of, I need to do better. I need to do better. No one ever says, oh my God, I hit my goal. The first thing they say is, I hit my goal. Now I got to top that. Now I got to top that. A lot of you need to simply just pray for peace and happiness, y'all. A lot of y'all just really need to pray for peace and happiness and stop putting a dollar sign on your happiness, because that's not going to bring it. Once you get to a point where you are able to maintain and sustain peace, the universe is going to know you are ready for more finances at that point. Okay? Because you're not going to be able to, or you're not going to go out there trying to get things to make you feel better. A lot of us, we need to ditch these bad habits that we have. Now, that is a message in regards to finances, with us stepping out of our, comfort zone. But a lot of us, it is when it comes to success, when it comes to business, okay, whether we have a job or whether we have our own business, whatever it is, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to take it to the next level. You're going to have to push yourself to the limit, okay? You're going to have to go above and beyond, right? You're going to have to do something that you didn't do last year. Right? You're going to have to do things different. You're going to have to go harder, y'all. We cannot expect things to grow if we're not growing, if we're still taking the same steps, if we're still thinking the same, if we're still acting the same, if we're still doing the same thing. These are the bad habits. What you have done in the last 5 years, has it gotten you to where you need to be? No. Then don't do that no more, regardless of what it is. But the thing about it is, we've become complacent, okay? We've become stuck and our own bad habits. And that's what we need to focus on. So instead of asking for more money at this time, you guys, instead of asking for success, instead of asking for that next level, you're probably not ready for that next level. Ask, what do you need to do or work on so that you can get to the next level? Because the last thing you want to do is get to that next level and then get booted out. Okay? You ain't been in the next level for 5 minutes. And already you're cranky, you're cramping, and you're ready for the exit out. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're asking for the right things when y'all praying, when y'all putting y'all hands together, when y'all lifting y'all head up or getting down on your knees or bowing down, whatever it is that you do when you connect, honey. You need to know what it is. You got to know the right things to say. Okay? Because it's just like kids. You know how little kid, mommy, daddy, I want this, I want that. And you be, okay, You know they're not going to get it. You know they're not, ready for it or whatever. And you just looking like, You're not going to say, no. You're just going to look at them like, okay, little Timmy. All right, I hear you. That's how the universe is responding to a lot of us. Like, I hear you for the 1,000th time. You want more money, but do you need more money? See, a lot of you, the universe is looking at you just like that parent said, you don't need it. You don't need it because you're just going to make even bigger mistakes. Okay? You're going to have even bigger fears. You're going to create even bigger problems for you. Because we can give it to you, but what you going to do with it? A lot of us, if you look at your income from 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure you're making more money than you did 10 years ago. But what are you doing with it? Is that money building you for the next 10 years? So we have to make sure, you guys, that we are ditching bad habits. That's what we need to focus on. What you need to focus on is you. What you need to do is heal what's going on the inside of you as to why you're not experiencing what it is you're asking for. Okay. Let me see. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. Hey y'all. Hey Shay. Shay is in the building. Hey girl. Y'all say hey to my baby mama up in the building. Y'all, hey to everyone who's tuned in, and thank you guys for giving me a big old fat thumbs up when you come into the building. I really, truly appreciate it. Today, we are talking about the need to step out of your comfort zone, the need for you to really step out of your comfort zone. Okay, regardless of what it is, whether it's in love, whether it's in, finances, whether it's in your business or your, whatever it is that you do, we got to step out of our comfort zone. This next level of life, these next couple of years is going to make sure that we step out of our comfort zone. Okay. You say, I'm coming to see you Friday. Okay. Do I need to rent a room? Shout out to you. I would definitely be right there. I would definitely be right there. Okay. Yes, but you guys, so the need for us to the need for us to step out of our comfort zone. Okay. Whatever it is that you're doing, y'all, push yourself a little bit harder. Step out there, go further, go harder than you did before. Okay. Because whatever it is that we feel we need to do that's keeping us like, I understand, like a lot of us are staying at a job because it's like, well, it pays my bills, but I'm not happy. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. If you're not happy, you need to prioritize yourself. God, give me the strength to prioritize myself. Okay, to do what it is that I love. A lot of us, when it comes to health issues, as we get into adults, it's because we're sacrificing ourselves. We like to look at the celebrities and say, oh, they sold. But a lot of us sell our soul for food. We sell our soul for water. We sell our soul for likes and clicks and comments. We sell our soul for way less than what they do. At least Kanye said, what Kanye said? At least I got a Happy Meal and some toys. Okay, a lot of us don't got that. But we're selling our soul every time that we do something that we don't want to do. Every time you do something for a check. Every time you do something, because I got to pay this bill. If you don't like doing it, then don't do it. If you don't like that job, don't go. Get up every day and go to a job that you love to do. If there isn't one out there that you love to do, create one. Get out of your comfort zone. Create one. Every day I get up, I have to go hard. Y'all, from ever since I've been working for myself, I say, God dang, I feel like I'm every woman. Okay. I'm the receptionist who answer the phone. I'm the maintenance woman who got to clean up everything. I'm the warehouse worker who got to ship and pack orders. Okay. Like I'm everything. I'm playing every role. This is the most uncomfortable that I have ever experienced. I mean, I'm like the Uber. I don't have to do Uber. I got to go. I feel like Uber every day. I have to drive to the post office to drop off packages every day. It's so uncomfortable, but I tell you what, I wouldn't shut it down not one damn day. Okay? I wouldn't shut it down one day to go back and do something that I don't love to do. If my company feel like, okay, we're starting to, go and get your, now I'm the salesperson, now I'm telemarketing, now I'm calling people, hey, guess what? I got a new product. Okay. Hey, it's time for you to re-up. It's a lot that we have to do, you guys, that we're not used to doing, but you're going to have to get out of that comfort zone. You're going to have to push yourself a little harder. You're going to have to do some things that you haven't done before. You're going to have to use that critical mind to think and figure out what it is that you want. Okay. The need for us to ditch these bad habits, you guys, we got to get rid of parasites. Okay. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all. A lot of you are going to have faith in your instincts. You're going to need your instincts to be real strong. Okay. When I say parasites, I mean parasites on the inside and parasites on the outside. A lot of you, if you just shift, we already know what is the theme song of Spiritual Candies. Change your frequency, change your experience, right? Change your frequency, change your experience. In order for us to change our frequency, you guys, that is the aura that you give off. That's the vibe that you give off. A lot of us are giving off vibes. We'll settle for less. Okay. Don't really want love being single, right? A lot of us are giving off these vibes. This is why our life is the way it is, because of the vibe that we're giving off. So now you're going to have to be responsible with your vibe, which means you're going to have to work on yourself, which means you're going to have to get rid of all of the low vibrations that you have within and without. Some of these are going to be close friendships, relationships. Some of these are going to be things that you do. Some of it is going to be things that you eat, things that you drink. Some of y'all just need to let go of soda. Some of y'all need to let go of energy drinks. Okay. Some of you need to let go of bread. Some of you need to let go of gluten. Some of you need to let go of, snacks. Some of you need to let go of alcohol. Some of you, it may be coffee. You'll know what it is, because if we be still and listen to our soul, listen to our spirit, you will know what it is that you need to do. We always say, oh, something told me. Okay, something told me I need to. The need to listen to your intuition is going to be very, very, very important. All right. We're going to get some messages out here, y'all. Hey, Terrence. Terrence in the building. Terrence in the building. Hey, Terrence. Hey, y'all. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. So, y'all, the numbers that came up for today is 1221, okay? And the number 911, okay? So let me look at 1221, all right? Some of you need to move. Some of you, where it is that you live does not vibrate towards your success. So I don't care what you do. You may not get the results that you want. Some of you perhaps need to consider making a move. Okay. It could be your community, either the community where you live. It could be the community where you work. Some of you work in communities that will keep you stuck, that'll keep you clocking into that job. You don't see any growth. You've been there 5, 6, 7, 8 years and there's no growth. Okay. Some of you just really need to set goals. If you, a lot of us, we're expecting things, but we're not taking it to the next level to know what we're expecting. We're just expecting something. I don't know what it is. I'm just expecting something. What is it? Give it a name. Okay. Give it a purpose. What is it going to do when it comes into your life? What is it exactly that you're expecting? So we got to put a little more into it, you guys. We got to be a little more detailed. Some of you just write it out. You have the power of word, just write it out. Some of you can manifest things so easily if you just take the time to, do that next step. Okay. Some of you, when it comes to relationships, okay, it's the people that you're surrounded with. It is literally people that you are surrounded with. Some of you need to just stay to yourself for a little bit. Some of you, it's like you've been hearing the call to just really be by yourself for a little bit. That's what you need to change. That's something that a lot of you need to change, is your surrounding. A lot of you need to change your team. If you want to win that game, then you need to get some players on your team that have the same agenda as you. We're surrounded by people who don't have the same agenda. Like, they just like, okay, I don't care if we win or not. I'm just here for the fun. I'm just here for the food. You know, I don't care if we win or not. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me. I just want to, I like that they have good food, or I'm here for the music, or some, it's like people are not on the same agenda as you. So you're going to have to make sure that, when it comes to you stepping out of your comfort zone, sometimes you get to a level in life where you just got to be by yourself. Okay. Sometimes you get to a level in life where you just really have to be, it's just time for you to do this part on your own. I remember watching the movie Moana. Okay. And when I watched it, it got to a point where, in Moana, her ancestors are with her little spirit team, her little spirit guys are with her. But then it got to a point where they couldn't take her through that next level. They couldn't go with her through that. They was like, this part you got to do on your own. And she was so afraid, and she was so nervous, and she was so scared. But it reminds me of a lot of people out here who, some of us are really afraid to be alone. Some things we just have to do on our own. Your friend, your family member, they cannot go on this next level with you. Okay. A lot of you have, oh, child, listen. A lot of you have soul contracts that you don't know about. Okay. This is why it's hard for you to step out of your comfort zone, because you have soul contracts that you don't know about. What is a soul contract that you don't know about? Meaning it can be things from your past life that followed you into this life. It can be contracts that you made with people when you were younger, in your teenage years, in your 20s. Some of you need to really do some detailed work on yourself. Some of you really need to do some healing to clear out soul contracts. A lot of you are stuck because you have soul contracts that you are in that are hindering you from moving forward. Okay. This is why a lot of you, it's hard for you to get in hustle mode. What happened to going in hustle mode? Nobody does hustle mode anymore. Okay. Nobody goes into hustle mode anymore, regardless of what it is. A lot of you are ignoring the red flags. Okay. Damn, y'all. Some of y'all need to get into this. Y'all really need to get into this. It's almost like this dang on social media is kind of like taking over our minds, y'all. It's just keeping us busy, keeping us entertained. Some of you need to really detox from social media. Okay. Some of you really need to detox from social media. Seriously. That is a very good cleansing that a lot of us can do, is to detox from social media. Okay. Sometimes when you feel aches in your body and things of that nature, that's too much, either on the phone or the computer. That's just too much energy. If you want to find a soul contracts, okay, if you feel like you don't know what soul contracts that you are in, you guys, just be still in life. Pay attention to what you're seeing in your life. Pay attention to repetitive patterns or, cycles that you see yourself in. Even if it comes to like relationships, you notice you're dating the same type of people, or you're having the same type of issues in relationships. When it comes to a job, what's going on with a job? Are you always getting fired? Are you always getting terminated? Are you always getting overlooked? What's going on when it comes to you? Are you always promising yourself and then pulling back on that? Like, you really want to look at a lot of your cycles in life. Like, really be still and look at a lot of your cycles in life, you guys. I remember when it came to me looking at it or finding out about a soul contract, I tell you guys, I look back on all of the besties, okay, that I had in the past growing up, okay, and not knowing all of them were one specific zodiac sign. I didn't know that until, of course, I got older and I started to do more spiritual healing on myself. All of them was the same zodiac sign. Every last one of them. I was like, damn, I was in a cycle. Okay, I was in a cycle. A lot of you are getting some direct messages from your higher self. Okay, a lot of you are literally like, your higher self is really trying to reach out to you. Okay, it's really trying to tell you to get in hustle mode, to grind harder, to go harder. But it's just like we're not getting the message. We're not making the mark because of energy vampire. Listen, y'all, there are a lot of draining connections. The reason we're not able to get ahead is because of the folk that we are connected to. Okay. Hey, Adrienne. Hey, y'all. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay. Y'all, listen. And when I say draining connections, listen, let me tell y'all, some of these draining connections are people you know, but some of these draining connections are people you don't know. It could be your neighbor, y'all. It can be your coworkers. A lot of you need to protect yourself. I always say you need to learn how to protect and shield your energy. I don't care if you just going to Walmart or Target. Okay, you know how it is when you go online and you just purchase something, you see a nice little basket that you want to get, and you go online and you just excuse me, having a little simple experience. You go to Amazon.com, you put it in your cart, you pay for it, and you're expecting it to ship. And then you wake up the next morning, and next thing you know, you have like all type of charges on your cart. And you just thinking, damn, all I did was go to Amazon and order something, and I got hacked. My email has gotten hacked. My credit card has gotten hacked. Y'all, it's like that, but in the physical. Meaning people who you come in contact with. And I'm going to tell you, one thing I'm going to say to you is like social media has made it so much easier for us to get hacked energetically. This is why we are going to have to get out of our comfort zone, and we're going to have to stop sugarcoating things. We're going to have to, start paying attention to our environment, to our life. You shouldn't be stuck. You should be able to get what it is that you want. Do you guys know that, in our prior to Rome and Greece, we had Kemet, and then we had oh God, what was the name of it? Kemet. It was just, y'all, we were able to do and have any and everything. Okay, we've been broken down and we've been dumped down so much, but we still have access to the power if you are willing to, do the work on yourself to tap into it. But y'all, there's so much energy around here, y'all. Mirrors, cell phones, computers, televisions. Now, let me tell you something. There's a possibility that lower vibrations, okay, can move beyond the television. Excuse me, move beyond the computers, the phones. Hold on. Because now everything is smart. And anything that is smart, it has to have a conscious. In order for it to be smart, it has to have a conscious. We're not looking at it like that. So all of these energies, okay, that we're experiencing as we go out into the world, you guys, and even with social media, because now you have people who you don't know. Okay, you would not have known that person if you didn't see them on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. Now you have people that you don't know, okay, that you are either watching or that are watching you, looking at your profile, things of that nature. People are able to project energy to you, okay? People are able to, so now you're going on social media. Now you have all of these people that you don't even know. And for those of us who are entrepreneurs, we have to put ourselves out there. We have to go out and, that's just today's age, the way things are done. If you want the results that you want, you got to put yourself out there. You got to go out there. You got to mingle. You got to be on the internet. You got to interact with folk, y'all. Yes, do all of that, but know how to do it with a glow. You got to know how to shield yourself, okay? You got to know how to protect yourself, even when you go into work. I don't care what it is that you do. One thing about me, I noticed, you guys, okay, so let me tell you guys a little story. When I first started Spiritual Candies, y'all know I was so excited. I was so excited. Yes, I was so excited, right? I was so content. I was like, I'm helping everybody. I'm doing my consultations. I'm doing counseling sessions. I'm meeting new people all over the world. And it's just, y'all, by me getting in contact with all these people, now all of these people are researching me, and now all of these people are reaching out to me. At first, I was so excited because I'm like, oh my God, first of all, y'all know I was making more money. Okay, so the money was coming in. I was able to do things that I wasn't able to do, in the past like that. I've always kind of been okay, but I was okay. You know what I'm saying? So with me coming in contact with all these people, y'all know I do seminars. I meet y'all. I love to meet y'all in person. Okay, that's me. I'm throwback. I'm old school. we gonna shake hands. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna deal with you, I want you to be able to see me. I want you to be able to interact with me, not too much, but y'all know how it is. I do a seminar here and there and I meet everybody. And after a while, you guys, with me getting in contact with all of these people, not knowing how to protect myself. When you have a business where you're dealing with the public, you have to protect yourself, y'all. We can't go out here all willy-nilly. I started to get burnt out really bad. I started to get a lot of low vibrational energy. People were starting to project energy to me. And it's like people will plug into my energy. Now I'm starting to have weird experiences. I'm not feeling good sometimes. And, I didn't know what that was going on. But what I had to do, and y'all know, I pulled off a whole year. Y'all, it probably don't seem like that. But yes, I pulled off a whole year. And I had to heal. Y'all, I had to heal. When I say I had to heal because I had the energy of all of these people that I was dealing with. I literally had to go over all the people between 2020 and 2021, almost into 2022. I had dealt with almost 2,500 people that I didn't know before then. That's how many people I was coming in contact with, doing consultations and, doing all type of counseling sessions and things for. And even though these people mean no harm, by me coming in contact with people who were hurt, people who were confused, some people wanted to help, some people didn't. Some people really didn't want to help. Some people were sent to me specifically, by outside forces. You don't know who is whom. So even when you go to work, you guys, you got to make sure that you are shielded and you are protecting your energy. If you're doing anything on the internet, you need to make sure you are shielding and protecting your energy, because the internet is just one big portal, okay, for energy to come through and access us. And with us signing on the terms and conditions, we are agreeing to say, okay, I agree to be accessed. I agree for outside influences to come in and, get in my head sometimes, maybe mess with me while I'm asleep. I have certain dreams, or I feel the need to, click on this person's profile. You ever think what triggers you to have certain experiences? Why is it that your feed is different from somebody else's? Because they all up in your head. Okay, they all up in your head, programming you on what to see next, what to see next. We've come into an energy where we're all followers now, just following whatever it is that social media is telling us to do. So we got to get back into the energy of a leader, you guys. When it comes to being the leader, you guys, the first person you want to lead is you. You want to be the leader of your life before you can be the leader of others. A lot of people want to be a leader, but you can't lead somebody else when you don't know how to lead. You don't know how to be a leader. Okay. You don't know how to be a leader. Some people think, oh, as a leader, I'm just supposed to be in the front. I'm supposed to rule and guide every other people. No, you are the first to sacrifice. Okay. That's what you're leading people to do, because you have to lead them towards success. And that comes with a lot of sacrifice. That comes with, I'm going to do without, so that y'all can see what happens when you do without. So a lot of you are leaders, but we just don't know how to lead. We don't understand what leaders do, right? We just think, oh, we're supposed to be in charge. We're supposed to be the one in the front. Okay, that's not what it is. The leader was once in the back as a follower, but they paid attention. A lot of us don't pay attention as followers, so we stay in the back. We stay behind. But you need to take advantage of your own life. Okay, it's time for you to get in the leader seat of your own life and stop letting life happen to you. Decide what it is that you want. Manifest what it is that you want. Manifest the life that you want. Stop letting life happen for you. Stop sitting in the driver's seat of your life and saying, oh, I'm just going to sit here. That's why we have these self-driving cars nowadays. That's a telltale sign that people are no longer in control of their own life. We literally getting in a car and letting the car take us. We're no longer wanting to be in the driver's seat. I saw a video of Jermaine Dupri the other day, and he's been promoting getting in these self-driving cars and things of that nature. I think that's the dumbest stuff. Okay, I don't understand that part. Like, damn, are we too late? You want to be in your phone? He just sat in the back scrolling. Well, I guess he'll look up here and there, but he just sat in the back just scrolling. Okay, he just sat there. I'm like, what? Are we dumbed down so much? We need to be entertained every second that we can't even keep our eye on the road. Now, how many of you are guilty of doing this? You know, y'all, we cannot be in some. I have to check myself when I grab my phone. I'm like, girl, what you doing? Y'all, I do. For those of you who check out my vlogs, y'all see me driving and vlogging, but I do just hold the phone here, and try to drive. But I got to get one of those little sticky things. But yes, it's like, do we have to be entertained that much? We're forgetting to do the basic things, y'all. We're forgetting to do the basic things that we need to do. This is how we have to get out of our comfort zone. That is the way to win against AI and artificial intelligence. I tell you guys, you are a big computer. You are the intelligence. But what happens is when you shut down and you're no longer putting in the prompts and the codes, something has got to come in and take over. So as we eat crazy food and drink crazy things and go crazy places and be around crazy people, that tends to shut us down energetically. Now something else has got to come in and take over because we need it to be on 100% at all times. So right now, when it comes to the human experience, you guys, we're probably about 33% active. About 33% active. We don't even know what we like anymore. Remember back in the day, you had favorite foods. Nowadays, you just like, I don't know. I just eat whatever. I don't know. We don't, when it comes to dinner, I just eat whatever. Don't do that no more, y'all. Get out of your comfort zone. Decide what you're going to eat. Okay, for the week. Be excited about, y'all know I'm a foodie though. Okay, Sighren probably do take this part just a little bit too much seriously, but it is what it is. I'm serious though. Decide what you're going to eat. Like, take charge in some aspect. Get used to taking charge, getting used to being the leader in your life and putting forth the orders that you're okay. This is what you're going to do today. You're going to get up today. You're going to go to the gym today. You're going to go drop off, orders today. You're going to go, to this meeting. You're going to come home. You're going to get your consultation. Like, really get up, you guys. Get up and back in line when it comes to you and your life. Because right now, to keep it real, we're being run by artificial intelligence. Now, I don't have a beef with AI. I'm not, well, maybe I did. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a very old school type of person. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna call you. Y'all know I would text you here and there, but 9 times out of 10, even after I text you, I'm gonna still call you because I'm just used to calling. I'm just, I'm throwback. Sighren is looking in them 50s right now. Okay. So I'm throwback, right? So I'm used to picking up the phone. Boop, boop. People don't even call. Now I say, okay, you don't want to call, but now you want to text. Okay, you just text. Now it's getting to the point, the text looking like you're damn speaking the alphabet. WTHIKR. What the is that? Now we too lazy to spell out the damn word. I'm like, it's just, y'all. When it comes to our generation, especially those of us who are in our late 30s and up, when it comes to our generation, you guys, we are a threat to this society because we're holding on to the old ways, which are the more natural ways, which are the more conservative ways, right? We're holding on to what matters. So we are a threat to technology right now. AI can't stand us, right? We're like, us, we pick up the phone, look at it, every time the phone update, we lost for days, I looked at my email one time for like 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know what. I didn't know they had put the email to where AI decided to separate your emails from, business transactions, I guess, purchases. Like if you get a receipt from a company, now they don't put purchases and then they got, important. And I didn't ask you to do that. So I've been trying to figure out my emails for about 2 weeks and figure out where everything is because I had already done that. I don't need you to do that. Now I'm sitting up here looking at it like, I don't know. And, it took me a minute to catch up with it. But we go against today's society, y'all. That's already a negative on our side. We go against technology. We go against all of this uploading stuff. Nowadays, y'all know, so I'm getting ready to move, okay? And the first thing they say, oh, the house, listen, y'all, this is the weirdest. Okay, they say, okay, well, the house has internet. The house got internet? You don't have to purchase a internet stick anymore. You don't need a cable box. Y'all, I want a cable box. Can I have my, I don't, why does my house have internet? Okay. To where any room is already set up. The Wi-Fi password is stored in the house. The house knows the password. How does the house know the Wi-Fi password? Why do I have to ask the house what is the Wi-Fi password? That is just, y'all, it's too much. And the reason I say it's too much, you guys, because I know some people say they love it. Some people are like, listen, I'm all for it. Yes, kudos. Yes, bring it on, AI. It comes with a lot of health risk for us. Energetically, you guys, it comes with a lot of health risk for us. We're talking about more radiation. Okay. So this is what we have to protect ourselves from as well. Okay, we got to get out of this, y'all. We got to know that we're dealing with a lot of low vibrational energy. We're talking about more radiation out here. So on a health wise, we got to, step out of our comfort zone is there as well. You're going to have to cut out foods that are low vibrational. I used to love a good old bag of chips. Now I have to be very careful as to what chips it is that I consume. It's down to the point I can't have no Doritos. I can't have no Funyuns no more. I got to have either plain Lay's potato chips. And if I feel really jiggy, I might get some Fritos. Okay. And I'm like, seriously, y'all, we're going to have to cut out a lot of crazy eating, not because, but it's just a way to protect yourself. It really truly is. Even consuming certain water, you guys, certain alcohols and things of that nature, it's just not going to be healthy. With our houses now being a smart home, okay, now the house can open the door. You don't even need a key anymore. I want a key. Don't take away my experience. I'm not lazy to the point where I want to walk up and say door open and it recognizes my voice. Okay, so it's going to recognize your voice and just open when you say front door open. I don't want to do that. I want a key. I don't want a smart house. I want my house to be dumb as hell. I want to be the smart person. I want the house to be dumb. Okay. I want to tell the house what to do. If I want my window up, I want to walk up to the window and I want to, I want to raise the window up. The house can determine when you're cold because the house monitors your body temperature. So when you're cold, the house will literally adjust the air, okay, to fit a normal temperature for you. I don't want that. I want to be able to get up and walk up to the thermostat and hit the button. Okay. I don't need the house paying attention to the house. Know when you have a cold. Okay. The house will tell you if you got cocoa. The house will tell you if you have come in contact with cocoa for the day. But I say, well, does the house let you know, monitor your radiation? Okay. The house ain't going to tell you that because guess what? That means you got to shut the house down. Right? Y'all, the stuff that we're coming in contact with now, living next door to people who have Teslas, I don't know how people are driving around in these crazy cars, you guys. If you do the research that they're not showing, this is the stuff that they don't put on front. And shout out to everybody who have a Tesla, okay? I'm not bashing y'all. I'm just literally stating things that have been documented, okay? These vehicles, honey, are very, very, very cray, okay? It's like driving around in a microwave. It really, truly is. It's honestly like driving around in a microwave that's running. Now, when you think about if your neighbors have Teslas, okay, now you have microwavable energy that is just being shot out through the neighborhood. And think about how many people have a Tesla in your neighborhood. Okay, so when it comes to me purchasing a home, I'm looking at all of that. I'm going through the neighborhood. I'm looking to see who got Teslas and all of that stuff. Okay, it's bad enough we got to deal with the smart homes. Okay, but there's a lot of things that we have to really start paying attention to. And this is why I say you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone when it comes to success. When you want the success that you're looking for, we're not able to manifest the way we used to because we don't vibrate to the energy that we used to have. We don't vibrate towards the human experience that we used to have back in the day. Now that human experience have been tainted. Okay. And now that human experience is being manipulated by other outside forces that's coming in and trying to control and live and have our human experience, but through us, So we got to make sure that, y'all pay attention to all of the red flags. Okay. These soul contracts are getting deeper and deeper. I don't want to go that deep on this live, but the soul contracts are getting deeper and deeper. Okay. I'm trying to get us a message, y'all. A nice little closeout message. Okay. But hey to everybody. Hey y'all. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. We're going to get like a little closeout message, y'all. Okay. A nice little closeout message. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get us a closeout message. Ooh, chief. Some of y'all need to leave y'all job. Okay, you about to lose your job. Now, some of you, it's either a job or a career or a business. Okay, some of you are going to let go of a job. Some of you are about to either change jobs or careers. Some of you, when it comes to a business, you're about to let go or end a business. This is going to be a very good move for you. You're stressed about it. You don't know if you should or shouldn't let go of this job. Or some of you, it could be a marriage, okay? Some of you, it's some type of contract or some type of agreement, something you've been in for a long time. You've been hesitant, pushing back and forth. Is this the right move? Is this the wrong move? And I'm getting that, yes, this is the right move, okay? It was something your soul was picking up about it. Something on a soul level that your soul was like, the reason your soul wants you to let it go, because it was something that was, I don't want to say it wasn't making you happy, but it was keeping you stuck. It was connecting you to a lot of low vibrational people too, which means that um, whatever this was, it could be a job, it could be a place that you worked at. Okay. If it was a relationship, it could be maybe now since you've been with this person, you've been meeting people that they know. But whatever this is, it was keeping you in a low vibrational, or it was connecting you to low vibrational people. These people were draining you of your energy. It was a lot of them too. Okay. You have been losing sleep at night, trying to wonder if this the right move. Should you make this move? And yes, you should make this move. I really feel like also there's going to be like there's a new energy that's coming through. A lot of you are like wanting to level up. A lot of you, your energy have shifted, okay? In some way, shape, or form, your energy has shifted and you don't vibrate to whatever that was anymore. This is why you had to leave. This is why you had to move. Some of you is where you live. Okay. Some of you, it could be your neighbors that are the low vibrational people. You've been kind of wondering, should you move? Should you stay? Should you go? Get the hell on. Whatever this is, if you're having questions or doubts about any type of move in your life, I would say get the hell on. Okay. This is the right move for you. And you should definitely do that. Okay. Yeah, you've been wondering, you've been pondering, is this the right move? Should I do this? Should I not do this? You've been feeling stuck. Okay. And this is the right move for a lot of you. Okay. This is the right move. I feel like you will be very happy. You've gotten out of a contract. Thank God. For a lot of you, um, a lot of you don't understand this. I always tell people the need to connect with the spirit. The need to connect with the spirit is so important, meaning the need to do spiritual work. Yeah, you can get up, have your human experience, go to a job, work, pay bills, shop, hang out, turn up, whatever. But you also need to understand that you are a spirit having a human experience. And there are small things that you can do to shift your frequency. Okay. A lot of you with the changing of your eating habits can shift your frequency. For those of you who, got your blood type, you're now eating according to your blood type, or even the fact of knowing your blood type now, this could have changed your energy. It leveled you up a little bit. Those of you who do my 10,000 step challenge or do your own challenge, those of you who are taking on, okay, I'm no longer eating this, or, you're intermittent fasting, whatever it is that you're doing, you have leveled your frequency up in some way, shape, or form. And this is what caused that change. Okay. This is what caused you to start doing things differently. This is what caused you to start having a different experience. A lot of you have moved into a different reality. I don't know if I want to say you leveled up, but you've definitely moved into a different reality. Okay. And this is going to bring about healthier people. Definitely surround yourself with healthier people, honey. Don't go back to them same, folk that was draining your energy. Okay. A lot of you, this is bringing an end to quite a bit of relationships. A lot of you letting these people go. These people that was draining your energy. These people want, listen, y'all got to be careful, honey, because these people see you for the leader that you are. These people see you for the energy that you are. And a lot of people may not tell you this, but they're reaching out to you or they're connecting with you through something that you have to give them. And you're like a charger and they're plugging into you. Okay. A lot of you had too many people plugging into you, even though if you have like a business, let's say you have your own business. In that business, you had to help a lot of people. These people were finding you. Okay. They were finding you by energy. We're not talking about the internet. We're talking about people who are energy deprived, who are finding you based upon your energy. And you were like a plug for them, a charger for them that they can plug into. You know how it is when you have those bugs that fly around that light? You know what I'm saying? That's what you were. You were that light and they were finding you and they were being attracted to you and they were plugging into you and you started to feel drained. You started to feel burnt out. You started to feel overwhelmed and you didn't know why. You just like, I don't get it. I'm doing what I love. I'm helping people, but you were feeling very, very, very drained. You were feeling very uncomfortable doing what it is that you love. And a lot of you have decided to pull away from this. A lot of you have decided that's it, no more. Okay. I'm no longer doing this. I'm no longer connecting to these people. But a lot of you did it, but you didn't know why you did it. A lot of you look very confused as to, I don't know why I'm pulling away. Energetically, your soul was protecting you. Your light bulb came on and was like, listen, it's time to go, or we can't do it like this anymore. There's a way to do what it is that you love. But I always say the importance of knowing how to protect yourself so that you don't have to sacrifice like this. You don't have to do such heavy sacrifices because you could stay in that business. But you just don't vibrate towards staying in that business because energetically, like I said, you've allowed people to come in and drain you of your resources, of your ashe, of your light, okay, of your divine frequency. You didn't know how to do it. That's why I say everybody can't be a leader. You have to know how to be a leader first, right? You have to know how to lead. You got to know that even your followers, okay, you're going to have to protect yourself. All right. You're going to have to make sure that, you're strong enough. A leader, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of perseverance, a lot of resilience to be a leader. And a lot of you were pushed into a leadership position, but you were not ready to lead and you got burnt out. You got burnt the out, seriously. And I know because I went through that where I got burnt out, but I got my earth back up. That's what I did. I got right back in spiritual candies, put that website right there. Hey, y'all. So a lot of you get back up, get back into it, but you got to know how to do it. Okay. You just got to know how to move forward with whatever this new decision is. It will definitely work out for you. You just need to know that there's another level of work that you need to do. Okay. There's another level. Yeah, you can pray. And a lot of people can say, God got me. But if God got us to do what it is that we need to do, God is sending you this message right here. God is sending you exactly what you need to hear and what you need to know to do what you need to do. Okay. God will send the right people in your life to help you, to guide you. But we got to make sure that we're not in that, oh, I'm a leader position. I don't need nobody to guide me. We all need someone to guide us, and God will send you exactly who it is that you need to help and assist you, but you have to take action. You're going to have to open yourself up to be assisted and not bully yourself out of it, because a lot of us, we bully ourselves. We are our own bully. Okay, we will question everything but the stuff we need to question, and we will question our way out of connections. We will question our way out of opportunities. This young lady I was listening to today, I forget her name. She does messages on YouTube. And I remember she said that when she wanted to leave her job, she was like, she had a great job. She worked for her uncle. She said, I only worked like 3 days a week, a couple hours a day. It's not like it was strenuous. And, I didn't hate it and all of that. I really loved my job. I appreciated my job. But she said, I wanted more. And she was like, she remember asking God, you know what, if it's not for me to be here anymore and to move towards what I feel like I want to do, show me a sign. Y'all, stop asking God for these signs. The fact that you sit here and question it and ask for a sign, that's your sign. Okay. The fact that you're like, God, show me a sign. Oh, if this is it, show me a sign. You already know what to do. That's why you have that feeling. That inkling is your sign. That idea is your sign. That little nudge to do something and move is your sign. Stop saying God send a pink car by if it's for me to do. Y'all got to stop with this, because that's why I say you be your own bully and you will talk yourself out of every opportunity, out of every move, out of every blessing that was supposed to be sitting in front of you right now, because you sitting around waiting on a sign. The fact that you're asking for a sign is confirmation enough that what you're feeling is right. That feeling God gave you to make that move is the sign that you need. But see, what happens is we don't trust ourselves. That's why I say, if you're somebody who don't trust yourself, I don't care what it is, y'all. I don't need no dang on sign, but I know we have to grow into this. I understand that. Okay. So I'm not chastising y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that that inkling is your sign. Okay. That thought to move or to do something is your sign, right? And you got to act on that. Because when you wait for something to happen outside of that, that's when you're depending on outside of you. You're not trusting you. You have to know that God gave you everything that you need to lead you where it is that you need to go. God is inside of you. The devil is on the outside. Okay, God is inside of you. So that inkling that, girl, you need to leave, or you need to leave this job, or you need to leave that relationship. You need to stop hanging around her. That is God right there. Anything you asking for these two eyes to see can be manipulated. Okay. The devil can make it where you won't ever see that pink car riding by. And you like, well, I'm going to just stay at the job. I hate doing it, but I ain't get the sign. So the sign was that inkling. Y'all got to learn to trust your intuition. Y'all got to learn to trust that first voice that talks to you and stop asking for things outside of that to make it make sense. That first voice is God. God is not always going to show up in the form of some physical experience or thing or person. God is going to talk to you in a way that it deserves no questions. It deserves no response. It is what it is. It is that first thing that says jump. And you don't wait. Should I jump now? Should I jump? Jump. That's what it is. Okay. So, we're going to leave it, right here, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in to your girl. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. Please take this message, you guys. It was really pushed upon me to let you guys know it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. This next level that you want, this expectation that you want, this relationship, this job, this lifestyle, the health, even when it comes to health. What happens when people get sick? They got to step out of their comfort zone. You got to stop eating this. You got to stop drinking that. You got to stop doing this. You got to stop doing all of that. It makes it very uncomfortable to eat a big old plate of food that ain't got no salt, right? It's like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun. When it comes to every aspect of your life, you're going to have to make some very harsh decisions, y'all. Y'all are going to have to make some very harsh and rash decisions. And the one thing I need you to do is trust yourself. You have a intuition, not an out tuition. You have a intuition that is guiding you and giving you everything that it is that you need to know and everything it is that you need to do. Okay, so trust that, and that'll get you exactly where it is that you need to go. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.